Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Heroes of the Storm Let's Play. On this one, we're not going to be playing a class, we're actually going to be reviewing Sonya, which we've been playing in the last few episodes that you've watched. Now I'm going to show you the different skins that she can wear. Again, keep in mind that you can always change the colors. You have 3 different colors you can change here of her suit, and they're going to be coming out with more skins later on. Now some of these are unlocked at level 10, while others will have to be purchased with real cash, at least for now. They may change that later on. May make it achievements for you to open up some of these. Right now, these are the mounts that you can play with. You have to unlock some of these, again, with real cash or with gold that you earn from playing the game. This one's not even purchasable. This class does use the mount, some of them don't, and I've gone over those that don't. You also get 4 abilities, just like with every class. And we'll go over this. Its difficulty is medium, and she is a melee warrior, a very good melee warrior in my opinion. Ancient Spear. Throw a spear and pull self to the first enemy hit, stunning and dealing damage. Now, of course, you always want to use this against the heroes if you can, because it stuns them, especially if they're running away. But if you use it against the minions, you will still get the added benefit of getting 20 Fury, which is basically this class's version of mana or power. And you can only get Fury by either attacking minions, hero, basically anything in the game. As long as you're hitting it, you're earning Fury. So to start with, when you start the game, you have 0 Fury. This spell right here will give you 20 if you actually hit something with it. It definitely gives you a leg up on casting some of your spells. Seismic Slam. Deal a large amount of damage to an enemy and a reduced amount to enemies behind. When it says large amount, it's really not that large. I've used it only a handful of times because it really does kind of suck compared to either your Ancient Spear or basically Whirlwind is the spell you're going to be using most of the time. Damage nearby enemies and heal for a percentage of damage dealt. This is just an awesome spell to have, period. It spins you around, and you can actually use talents to increase the duration and the amount of healing that you get off of this thing. This spell alone, or this ability alone, will keep you at full health for, I would say, 90% of the game. Fury is something that's just, like I said, is your power. Generate Fury by dealing and taking damage. I didn't know you could get it from taking damage, but that's cool too. Using abilities gives Sonya increased movement speed. Your heroic abilities, like always, you get at level 10, and you get to choose between one or the other, not both. So you have Leap, jump on enemies to stun and damage them. This one's kind of cool, but you can only jump a short distance. You can't jump clear across the map. You do I think it's like 100 and something damage when you land, so it's kind of a nice little direct damage spell too. And you jump immediately. It's not one of those where they have to like cast it and it takes a couple seconds so the enemy can get out of the spot you're jumping on. Wrath of the Berserker is the one I prefer to use. Gains increased damage and disables effects. Have reduced effects against Sonya. So this one's kind of cool because it actually has it where when you attack, it will recharge it. So you can just basically, if you're attacking in a building or a large group of people, this thing will never wear away. It never wears off. Usually by the time this does wear off, because I've run out of things to kill, it's ready to cast again. So it's something you can keep on continuously as long as you're in the heat of battle. So we'll go through each and every one of these. Now, you get these at level 1, 4, 7, 10, 13, 16, and 20, just like every other character we've ever played. And Warpaint is the one I always go with. Basic attacks heal you for 25% of damage dealt. You know, it's a basic attack. You're going to be using that quite a bit. You're always waiting for your War Wand to come back, which also heals you. So pretty much every attack that you do is going to be healing your guy. And since you're a warrior, you're a tank, you're in the front dealing damage and taking damage. Anything that heals you is a good thing to have. Block periodically reduces incoming basic attack. It reduces the damage received from hero basic attacks by 50%, stores up to 2 charges. Endless Fury is a trait. Increase maximum Fury to 150. Basically, it's increasing your mana pool. It's kind of nice, but not nearly as nice as heal, the basic attack heal right here. Shot of Fury trait. Cooldown is 45 seconds. Activate to gain 25 Fury. So that's kind of nice. You could just gain Fury for doing nothing. But what I've found is as long as you're actually playing the game and not just hiding in a corner or something like that, you have no problem with having max fury almost the whole time, so that's really not that important right there. Superiority. Reduce damage taken from non-heroic enemies by 50%. Now, as I said before on some of the levels that I played, this class is perfect for taking out mercenaries and maybe holding a row that heroic players are not going down, so you're just taking on minions, taking out towers, and trying to get as many mercenaries as possible. This character would be perfect for that. She's also really good as well, taking on heroic players, but not quite as well as the non-heroic players. Focused attack. Every 10 seconds, your next basic attack deals 50% additional damage. Basic attack reduces this cooldown by 1 second. Now, when you first start off, you only get these two right here. So, out of those two, I would go with focused attack. So if you're taking on a tower or something like that, every 10 seconds, you're going to do a little bit more damage. Boom of the Ancients. Hitting an enemy reduces Ancient Spear cooldown by 5 seconds. That's great if you want to keep using Ancient Spear, which gives you more Fury if you happen to be running out of Fury quite a bit. I don't really ever run out of Fury. It's not that big of a deal because there's always plenty of things to hit, especially with your Whirlwind. You'll get it back fast enough. Furious Blow. Seismic Slam damage increased by 30% and Fury cost increased to 20. Now, I don't really use Seismic Slam. Like I said, Whirlwind is the one I use all the time. So pretty much all of these are worthless, I don't really like any of them. But if you had to go with one, like I said before, go with Focused Attack. It seems to be okay. It's nothing great. I wish they would give you something better in this slot. Poison Spear. Ancient Spear does more damage. It deals an additional 50% damage over 4 seconds. Again, if you're worried about Fury, use the Ancient Spear. The more often you can use it, the more damage you do, the better. Although it can be fairly hard to hit a running heroic enemy. It's a very small radius that it actually hits, so you miss quite a bit. But if you're going to use it against little minions to get more Fury, that's you don't really need the damage. Shattered Ground. Increase Seismic Slam splash damage to 100% of primary target's damage. To 100% of primary target damage. Oh, okay, I understand. Again, I don't even use this ability very often, so it's not something I would use a point onto. Ferocious Healing, however, is pretty cool. Activate to heal 10% of your max health. So basically, you're using 10 Fury to heal yourself 10%. Great spell to have. As I said, you always have plenty of Fury around, especially if you're in the thick of the battle. The cooldown is 10 seconds, so you can use it basically if you're taking on mercenaries. It's pretty nice there, but if you're in the thick of the battle with, heroic guys all around you, it's not going to come back fast enough to basically make you invulnerable. It's just going to give you that little boost that you may need to survive, or just to run away and survive another day. Leap. The cooldown is 50 seconds. Leap into the air, dealing 50 damage to nearby enemies, stunning them for 1.5 seconds. Again, it has a radius. I don't know how far it is, but you can't jump clear across the map like you can in other characters that have similar abilities like this. And you have to be able to see the plot that you're jumping to. It can't be fogged over. It has to be lit up. So either something has to be there, like a tower, or somebody has to be there, basically, for you to jump there. Heroic ability, cooldown 30 seconds. As I said, this comes back rather quickly, and usually by the time it's back, I am still using the ability from before, so I can just constantly use this over and over and over again. So it gains 30% bonus damage to all basic attacks and abilities. Stun, slows, silence, polymorphs, and roots against you have 50% reduced duration. Lasts for 10 seconds and extends by 1 second for every 4 Fury gained while active. So that 1 second for every 4 Fury gained. Apparently you gain Fury. I don't know what the number is because it doesn't show you, but 4 is not something that's a problem. Every hit, I'm basically gaining more than 4 Fury, so it's just maxed out constantly as long as I'm hitting. Now, when you use Whirlwind or another ability during this process, it will go down to about halfway, but then within a couple seconds of Whirlwind wearing off, you're back up to full life or full, bar on it again. So that will just last and last and last. Composite Spear. Increase the range of Ancient Spear by 30%. Again, This will be a nice little bonus for you if you're worried about Fury. I never really worry about it. I don't use the spear very often. Whirlwind comes back, I believe, every 10 or every 3 or 4 seconds. So I use that every single time it comes back. Wind Shear. Using Whirlwind removes all movement impairing effects and increases the amount healed to 40%. Now, this is usually what I get simply because it heals more. I don't really care about the removing all impairments and stuff like that, although that's kind of nice to have as well. Dust Devils. Whirlwind creates tornadoes that do additional 25% damage. Now, if you're not worried about your health, say you have Lily or another class that's sitting there healing you, and you don't want to go ahead and put a point into this one, which I would anyways, even if I had the healer, simply because they're not always there, or sometimes they're out of range, especially with this class. You're constantly getting further and further into battle. Surrounding yourself with Whirlwind, especially to get as max damage as possible. This one would be kind of cool. The extra tornadoes doing 25% damage. I still want to pick this one at least once just to see what it looks like when it goes off. Aftershock. Using Seismic Slam temporarily reduces its fury cost 50%. Spell Shield. Upon taking damage, reduce all ability damage taken by 50% for 2 seconds. Can only trigger once every 30 seconds. No Escape, it's a trait. Increase the movement speed bonus for using abilities to 20%. Enduring Whirlwind. Whirlwind duration increased by 50%. This is usually what I go with when the minions come out. I can surround myself with the minions, use my Whirlwind. I can actually kill every single one of them with that, heal myself to full life even if I'm close to death by killing those guys with this ability. And then move over to a building and sit there and hit that, or move over to enemy heroic and hit them a few times. Usually just seeing you spin around like that is very disconcerting for most people, and they will run away because they don't understand. You're not doing that much damage with the spell, but you are healing yourself, and that just, it ticks them off because all of a sudden now, instead of having the upper hand, they're at the lower life than what you are. Mystic Spear. Ancient Spears pull even if it misses a unit, but gain no fury. Well, the Fury is really all I use the spell for, but, I guess that's okay. Imposing Presence. Enemies that attack you have their attack speed slowed by 30%. That would be cool, especially if you're going to go towards the heroic path of attacking players rather than the minions and mercenaries and things of that sort. Stone Skin, a lot of characters have this. Activate to gain 30% of your max health as shields for 5 seconds. That's alright for most classes, but for this one, because you're in the thick of it and you're constantly getting hit, that wouldn't last more than a couple seconds, if that. Resurgence of the Storm. Upon dying, revive back at your altar after 5 seconds. This can occur once every 120 seconds. So basically every 2 minutes you can use this. This is usually a pretty good thing to get, especially later on in the game where it may take you a whole minute and a half to respawn. Having something like this is pretty nice, but considering the other choices you have, not something I would even consider getting on this character. Basic attacks bounce twice to nearby enemies for 50% damage. And that's just your basic attack, so that's kind of nice. Let's see. Crater. Leave behind an impassable crater for 4 seconds. It's kind of cool. I guess if you use it in the right spot, they wouldn't even be able to get around it. And they'd be stuck there, letting your guys heal themselves for a few seconds. Wrath of the Berserker. Duration increased by 1 second. For every 2 fury gained, increase the reduction of disables by 75%. I guess this is nice because it enhances the one that I already use, but the fact that it increases duration by 1 second for every 2 fury gained instead of every 4 fury gained, not really a big deal because, like I said before, you get so much fury when you're using this spell, you're not going to worry about that. So I would probably go with chain enemy attacks, or maybe even Resurgence of Death if you really, really are worried about dying and not coming back fast enough. In this one, I guess, if you really, really wanted to, but I wouldn't. Again, guys, if you like these videos, please hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment below, or as always, hit me up in game. Thanks again for watching.